Guys, how are you doing today? Good. How are you? I think AOC has a real shot of running in 28, and I hope to God she does, dude. Oh my God, if she runs in 2028, that'd be ginormous for us. I think she would have a real shot of winning too. Alexandra Ortiz Cortez. I think that's her name, right? Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. I don't know where I got the Ortiz from. Progressive Democrat who's been kicking ass for like 10 plus years now.
Ocasio-Cortez and Secretary of State Marco Rubio are the frontrunners for 2028's presidential election.
She would blow Marco Rubio out of the fucking water,
according to a new poll. The Atlas National Poll asked Democratic and Republican.
God, I'm so happy that she's at 26. I'm so happy she's above Gavin Newsom.
In 2028, 26% of Democratic voters say they are backing AOC, who has not ruled out a run for president. As for other Democratic contenders, former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg got around 22%, and California Governor Gavin Newsom was the choice of 21% of Democratic voters. On the Republican.
Yo, Gavin Newsom would be so bad. What if instead of elections we had competition on who could throw tungsten cubes the furthest and who knows the most about tungsten? Yeah, that's true.
Vice President J.D. Vance.
I'll let you run those competitions.
Rubio has support of 45% of Republican voters. Vance has around 30% support. So far, President Trump has refused to pick between the two, saying combined they would be a.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's not going to make a choice. It's like, it would just, if he made a choice, it would prevent either other one of them running.
Dream team for 2028.
And he also doesn't care. He thinks he's going to run in 2028. AOC did say this.
Said that AOC might just beat J.D. Vance. Watch her reaction.
Do you think that you could beat J.D. Vance in a head-to-head race for president, as polling suggests, in 2028?
Listen, these polls, like 3 years out, are, they are what they are. But let the record show, I would stomp him. I
love her. I love her so fucking much, man. Oh my God, dude, if AOC runs in 2028, holy shit.
There was a poll that said that AOC might just beat.
Oh my God.
There are a lot of people who would like you to run for president in 2028.
It's got to be such a fucking ego boost, man, not being in the Iron Dome funding was fucked up. I will always stand on that. But it's got to be such a fucking ego boost to not be an establishment Democrat and getting this kind of like glaze.
Others who would like you to run for the United States Senate. What say you about all of this?
It's funny because in this op-ed that Jeff Bezos paid for in the Washington Post, there was this line that you had mentioned earlier about, well, as a potential 2028 contender, XYZ. And in the context of that, it was very clear this was a veiled threat, right? So it was the elite saying, if you want this job, you just stepped out of line. And we want you to know where the real power is. And it's in the modern day barons who own the Post and own the algorithms, and we'll make an example out of you. And what's funny about that is that they assume that my ambition is positional. They assume that my ambition is a title or a seat. And my ambition is way bigger than that. My ambition is to change this country.
And she's so amazing, man. I love every time I see her on screen, I get a little happier. Dude, like when she was in Munich, I was saying like, dude, she could run for office. And Republicans will say the most racist shit about her, but like she would blow J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio out of the water. I'm not joking. I 100% believe that. Like we hate Gavin Newsom because This is what he does in response to the slush fund, which isn't a bad thing.
One thing that I think we're going to try to do with your support is tax 100%. Anyone from California that receives any of those funds, we want to tax 100% of those proceeds. And that's an action the state of California can take. It's an action we look forward to taking.
What about just like blocking it? Wait, they're saying racist things about AOC? She's a brown woman. Yeah. Republicans are going to say racist things about a brown woman. You guys can't see it, but literally just said Mr. Tism redeemed no raging for 4. Like, okay. God, I don't like people. Ooh, that's scary to see. No, dude, if AOC ran, I don't know, man. Secretary of State, Democratic Representative AOC and Marco Rubio came out ahead in new poll voters preference the 2028 presidential election. 26% of Democratic voters indicated they would back AOC's presidential. AOC did not rule out a presidential run during a conversation with Democratic strategist David Axelrod last Friday, but she pushed back on the assumptions that her political ambition is positional. They assume my position as a title or CE. We just watched that. 22.4% of those polled support former transportation secretary Pete Buttigieg and 21% for Gavin Newsom. And she was at what? You're not going to show... Ooh, Hill. Why are we not giving her leading? The most scary thing is Trump 2028. I mean, if he lives that long. On the Republican side, yeah. This is basically what we just heard from the Hills video anyways. Yeah, Rubio receiving 45% over Vance's 29 is hilarious. Let's hope he doesn't. I don't think he will. I mean... Trump saying that that's a dream team is signaling that he probably knows that he can't, but definitely wants to run in 2028. I mean, 3 years is a long time for a decrepit old shithead like that. He's gonna die. And it is going to be a grand day. I mean, if AOC got elected president, she would be the first political figure. Or no, she'd be the first American president to play Among Us. Among Us. Oh, God. I like her saying that she'd stomp Vance was so funny. Where...
I don't have.
Oh, that was way back in 2024. And AOC, we need you as a senator? Guys, let's elect Emmy for Senate. AOC. And AOC has always been, like, extremely pro-trans athletes and trans rights. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember.
Trans people in the United States doesn't even exceed 1% of our population, and yet there is so many resources and energy and time dedicated to figuring out how we can more finely exclude them from our sports. Why? Why so much effort and dedication on such a tiny portion?
This is what James should have. This is how James should have responded yesterday, and I was insanely disappointed with the fact that James didn't respond in this light, because this is what a good response on like trans people questions is, rather than deflecting to a different like, oh, Republicans are bad statement, like tripling down on protecting trans people.
The U.S. population, when there virtually is no major issue that is precipitating, and started to realize that a lot of these proposals here involve invasion of privacy of all women. Ms. Goss-Graves, can you tell us a little bit about what sex testing looks
She's so smart too.
like for youth in states with trans athletic bans?
It's terrible. In some states, any individual could challenge whether someone is a girl enough to play. In some states, it requires actual genital verification, which is shocking.
Wait, what? Hold on, I need to see
Watch
this.
hit movies and TV shows on YouTube.
I don't care.
What's up?
Would you like to introduce yourself? I'm sure chat is going wild. They know who you are, but yeah,
just I wanted on the.
He had AOC on? I didn't realize this. This is like an 8-year-old stream.
I need to know.
Of course, everyone. My name is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I am the Congresswoman for New York's 14th Congressional District.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh my god, dude. I forgot about this, man. Sorry, I was scrolling through videos on Reddit because I was looking for this specific clip.
Trans Awareness Week, and I want to
I was looking for this specific clip. This is fucking hilarious.
For giving me the heads up and inviting me.
Oh yeah, gosh.
Yeah.
That's how you run as a political figure, by the way. That's like, she's an amazing political figure. Her Iron Dome funding pissed me off. But I think overall, she's a wonderful political. Ohio is doing that.
What you have to say to your trans constituents.
Well, I mean, first and foremost, it's so important to communicate to and tell my trans constituents and people across the country that you are loved and that you are cherished and accepted. And I wish that that was a basic and normal thing, but it can't be taken for granted in today's environment.
Yeah, it was taken for granted. And like, I remember in like 2016, 2018, man, it was not that bad. Or it was not this bad.
And that, you know, we stand together and that your fight is my fight and my fight is your fight. So that's first and foremost.
Thank you so much, and happy Trans Awareness Week. Thank you for standing up for us. And can we hug? Yeah.
Oh, she's so sweet, man. Dude, New York is the Mecca, man. I gotta go to New York. It is just full of happy individuals. Like, I'm so jealous. I'm from the fucking shit-ass Midwest. God, it pisses me off. Oh! Speaking